Okay, let's go. Welcome to Snaggin Night Live, everybody. Happy Thursday evening. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week. Appreciate y'all coming up tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the pre-show.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was boring tonight.
He fell asleep.
I thought the last part of it was pretty good.
Yeah, the last few minutes of it was.
I tried to make it interesting, but they wouldn't bite.
I like the fact that Austin timed Kevin out for 10 seconds. That was great. I loved it.
Funny. Timing is everything.
It is. It's grand.
Well, as everybody saw in the title of the show tonight, we are talking about the Way Out There Tournament Series. And the sponsors of that series are, who's the sponsor of that series?
Swain Appraisals.
Swain Appraisals. There we go.
Yes.
We were going to bring
Chips and quesos. That's what it sounded like you said.
we were going to bring the another part of that into the mix, but we figured it'd be better off for everybody if we didn't.
Poor fella.
He'll be all right.
He's got those feelers, though.
He'll recharge his feeler and be back for another day.
Yeah.
He don't have a feeler.
No?
He says he does, but he didn't.
He's got one. He got one.
Yeah, one.
All right.
He's having surgery in the morning at 10:30.
Yeah, so he needs to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. See, that's why I knew I liked Greg Burgess more than. Yeah, he said, hello, I cut them off to watch the great show. Well, thank y'all so much. We appreciate you coming in tonight. We know Chad's probably still live, but we're gonna start our show because we got a lot to talk about. We got the Way Out There Tournament Series. Like I said, sponsored by Swain Appraisals. How many total tournaments are there?
6.
6 total, and you've already done one, right?
Yes,
Big
sir.
Dog of the Bank.
Big Dog of the Bank, won by
Dominic Hollis.
Man, I'm just. I went to sleep and I don't know what to.
Daryl, we love you.
We knew you needed your rest.
Yeah. Actually, the Big Dog of the Bank tournament was the tournament that Daryl brought into our group.
Yep.
It was Big Dog of the Bank, and man, what a show Dom put on. And Mac and his partner, Dwight, were coming in strong. That was a good end of the day.
Awesome. Yeah, I did enjoy watching that. I had some things I had to do towards the end there, but I did watch the end of that on replay. Dom loves that hole.
Yep. And hey, I want to say this. I've had the pin drop to me. I've read the Fish and Wildlife regulations on that particular little pond. Actually, it's about 7 or 8 of them in that area. And the signage and all going into it, everything's 100% legal.
Nice.
And for the right amount of money, I might be willing to tell you where it's at.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
But we've had several people question it. When Dom fished the tournament there in October, November, there were people questioning it, and so we felt we need to go investigate it, and 100% legal, 100% public. All anybody's got to do is drive out there where he's at. And he walks 50 feet from his car to set up his fishing rods.
Yeah, I just think the color throws everybody off.
It does. It does.
But it's, I mean, I know it's a legitimate hole because I actually, I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody actually emailed me directly about the last time he fished it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
He fished Susquehanna Stand tournament in the past, and the first thing that happened is he was asked about it, and when I called him about it, he was waiting on the phone call. He said, "Here's everything, I got it for you." And I had already done enough research that I knew if he was where I thought he was cool. And he dead on the money.
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, Dom's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And he's coming up. Everybody's gonna have another shot at that belt in about 4 months.
I did tell him in the chat when, of course, I don't think Chrissy saw it when I put it in there, but I might even go for that big dog at the bank next time. So he's in. I'll try to give him a run for his money.
Well, Matt gave me an idea the other day. Want to be outdoors, and I'm gonna run a couple of pre-runs to see if I can catch a big fish, and if I can catch the big fish using Matt's idea, I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna give him a run for his money.
There you go. Jerry Hagar said, "Randy could win if he used night crawlers."
I don't use night crawlers for anything but bait.
They love night crawlers, and they love to give Randy crap about it.
Well, real quick, I just want to say a hi to everybody in chat this evening. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week. I know we have Sampy in there, always one of our first and most avid supporters. So thank you so much, Sampy. John Boy's Catfishing, how you doing? Crappie Day Darren saying hello, good people. There's Guerrero Bagre saying TSW. How you doing? Let's see. There's Wannabe Outdoors. What's going on? Jerry Hagar, 419, Fishing and Powder Coating. Said good evening, y'all, from Nebraska. Greg Burgess, hello, Dustin. I cut them off to watch the great show. David Basspote Hughes, what's going on? Says good evening, everyone.
Hey, David.
There's 922 Crappie Barbecue. Lisa been watching Stan too long now. Is she on every live?
Only when I have to.
In her defense, I did invite her on here tonight. Sorry, I got to turn my fan on. It's hot in here.
Yeah, in my defense, I was asked.
That's right. Oh, Puppy Seeker Outdoors complaining once again about not being invited somewhere. Must have hurt his feeler. There's Palmetto Cats. What's going on, Kevin? Says, okay, time for the real Thursday night show. Absolutely.
Hey, Kevin.
Troy from Virtual Outdoors. I'm sorry, Randy. Go ahead.
I just said hello, Kevin.
There's Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors saying hello, everyone.
What's up, Troy?
Bob and Doreen Fishing. Hello, Walt. Well, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Catch fish with us, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I saw that that Monopoly board that V made. Oh my goodness, that thing is nice.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's Benoit Fishing Outdoors. What's going on, ladies? And hello, Dustin, Austin, Randy, and Lisa.
Hey.
Matt saying, or he said, I won't lie. I asked about it. Never hurts to ask. Talking about Dom's fishing spot. There's Steve Ransom. Welcome in. Oh, Daryl saying, sorry, hello, everybody. Resting in bed. Got to get up early. In all honesty, hope everything goes well for you tomorrow, Daryl.
Yep, good luck to you, man.
No, good luck, Daryl.
There's Pontoon Jody Catfishing. How you doing?
Jody,
Although we all know that the nurses and the doctor are the ones that need the good luck dealing with Daryl.
He'll be under. He'll still probably complain about something while he's under.
He's going to be talking in his sleep.
he needs to take his violin with him.
I appreciate you, Chad, but no need for the permission. we're gonna do it anyway. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. What? Look at that. Palmetto Cats, $5 for whale noises. What are you doing?
Can't believe he remembers that. Hey, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate you. All right, so he laughed.
I hope so.
So we got the Way Out There tournament series, and you've already done. Oh, Curry's outdoors. So good evening, all. Already done Big Dog at the Bank, and then what's the next one coming up?
That is the Dock Demon, which is April 26th from 9 to 3. You have until April 23rd to let us know if you want to fish it or not.
Who's us?
That is me, Randy, or Daryl.
And you're better off letting me or Lisa know right now, because for the next couple of weeks, Daryl ain't going to know whether what you tell him.
So what are the rules of that?
There is a 3-rod limit.
Okay.
The rod cannot be any longer than 4 foot, and it has to be a combo. You are allowed to change the line out. We've discussed that.
It's total number of fish.
Yeah.
So any fish, any carp or catfish over 1 pound is eligible to be weighed in, and the most fish wins.
I think Austin and I have been in a tournament like that before. We did pretty well.
Y'all have fished like that before, whether that was the case or not.
Hey, Hogleg. Hey, Gregory.
Hogleg, what's going on?
Guerrero.
Hope you're doing great. Thanks for coming in.
So you can use any pound line, though?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know why you would want to go with super heavy line if you're fishing for numbers.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's not exactly like that finesse tournament where you had to use a low.
Right.
No, you cannot change the reel.
And I said that wrong a minute ago. It wasn't total number of fish. It's the most weight. Or no?
You've got it right. You've got it written down in there.
No, I don't. I just got total. Let's see if I got it on this page over here. It says the most catfish in the tournament wins. I do have it wrote down. She straightened me out.
So it's a numbers tournament. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Each fish counts the same, Chris.
You can even use rods like that picture I sent you, Dustin. You can even use rods like this.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, somebody had already asked us about the Spider-Man rod. So I was like, yeah, I'll just take a picture of all these rods today, and so that people could say, hey, yeah, you can use this. You are not allowed to custom a rod. You cannot cut a rod down to make it 4 foot. It has to be a combo, lightweight, all that. So that is one of the biggest rules. You cannot customize the rod.
Cool.
I was trying to find. I saw on Walmart's website. You're welcome. I was trying to find on Walmart's website. They have a combo of Dock Demons for, I think it's $17.99.
Yes.
You've got a Dock Demon right behind you.
No, I put it up.
Oh, you put it up?
I actually put something
I
up.
left it there for a reason.
Yeah, but I'm going to go to Walmart and buy me a couple because I will be fishing the Dock Demon tournament on the 26th.
Oh, yeah, I already have you done. I can't rewrite you.
Are you doing anything on the 26th? April.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't know.
It's called the ugly stick is called the Dock Runner.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. And it's a flimsy little rod. Yeah. So, but that right there is what you get your fish with.
That's all we'll need.
That's it. I'm going down one day next week and check out a little honey hole we got down here to see if it's got it. It's supposed to be stocked, and if it is, we're gonna go down here and hit it real good.
There you go.
You got to fish public waters, so Greg, if you want to fish around the shrimp factory discharge, go for it. As long as it's public water, you're welcome to it.
That's all I got to say. Hello to Gregory Lemon. Thanks for coming in, Gregory. Hope you're doing well. He said my dad has put out a video about my new 9-gallon fish tank. We put fish in it. Sweet. I will go check that out after this.
Cool.
I saw that video.
Nice.
Matt posted the group page in the chat. Thank you, Matt.
Yep, there you go. You have to go when you go to that. You have to ask to join, and you will. I'm guessing Lisa will approve you if she sees fit.
Lisa does everything with that page. Me and Daryl
do nothing because they don't get to it in time.
She takes care of it, and she says, "Hey, y'all leave it alone."
I do have rules on there. This group page is meant for the tournaments only that we promote. Like we are promoting the Live Fishing League tournament, the next one. I've posted about that. I've posted RCT's tournament coming up. And if you have pictures or videos that you want to post on that page, it has to be from one of those tournaments. If it is a random video, I will not accept it. Just to keep it within the tournament.
Where you don't have to flip through 400 pages to find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I want to keep it within the tournaments.
Well, I know exactly what I'm going to do after this.
We're going to run into each other at Walmart.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah, you
Deny.
You can go ahead. No, wait a minute, Lisa. Just wait a minute.
I can deny the crap out of everything.
I was gonna say you can go ahead and sign me up for the DeMint tournament if you would like to.
I can put your name down. We only have 10 right now.
All right, and then whatever I post on that page, we'll just have to see about it.
It has to be from the tournament.
All right, Matt. All right, Matt.
Yeah, I don't want the spam. Hey, Sampy.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
Yeah, I really want to keep it within all the tournaments, and that way people can come on and say, "Oh, well, that's from this tournament," because I'm going to put what tournament it's from.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. That's the right way to do it.
Keep it that way. Like I cut a video out of Dom catching his last fish and posted it. Like that was the winning fish because that's what happened. Man, Mac, you were so close, buddy.
We were pulling for you hard, Mac.
We were pulling for you, Mac. For sure.
I'm gonna fish the DeMint tournament just so I can try to beat Mac because I'm fishing that. Mac and I are both in this on Fishing Chaos, this online tournament where you got to measure the fish and it's your best 100 fish of the year or whatever. And Mac is just absolutely wiping the floor with me right now because he keeps catching these daggone carp, and I'm like, well, dang, I'm out here trying to catch good catfish, and I just can't keep up with all these carp. So I'm gonna have to fish. I'm gonna have to beat Mac in something.
Well, right now you're in luck because I do not have Mac on my list.
Oh, really?
And me and Daryl have compared because right now I have Steve Thomas, Bert Adams, Uncle Rudd, Danny Stone, Jerry Parker, me and Randy, Daryl, Dustin, Chris and V, Michael, Grumpy Vet, and now Austin. That's all I have.
Danny's going to show up with his 14-foot rods. He said, "You said nothing shorter than no longer than 14 feet, right?"
Yeah.
He said, "My hearing aids weren't in."
Well,
Max
I don't
said
want to beat.
Because my fish is facing the wrong way in the picture.
I don't want to beat Mac by default, but I mean, I'll still fish the Doc Demon tournament. Don't worry.
Come on, Mac. You got to change that. You want to come on in, fish the Doc Demon tournament?
Oh,
You got to the 23rd to let us know. That is the cutoff.
They were crying because your fish was facing the wrong. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I
I wasn't the one crying. I promise you that.
Benoit said, "Might have to be sick that day." Cough, cough.
I love figuring out when I'm going to be sick. That's one of my favorite things to do as well.
It's one of Austin's favorite pastimes.
Planning, and knowing it months in advance.
Yes, planning my sick days is one of the most fun things to do.
You know, I have to say, sometimes it helps to be married to the boss. Like, hey, you want to go fishing?
I'm on the other side, Lisa.
Juice, not on my screen.
She's pointing to the boss. It ain't you.
On my side, you are this way.
Hold on. Hey, Randy, let me fix that. There we go.
All right, now point with the other hand, Lisa. There you go. She understood the assignment. Good job, Lisa.
There we go. There's Josh. What's going on, Josh? Dusty Rhodes,
up,
Lisa,
Josh?
Randy, Austin, Nutty Buddy Brother.
What's up, bud? So, well, I don't know, because Dustin and I didn't compare anything before the show, so I have no idea what the plan. But did we want to ask him about the next tournament after the Doc Demon tournament, or did we want to ask him like
that? Is I just had it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all their tournaments. All how many were there?
6. Actually, we're hosting 6, and we've got a 7th one that has already been thrown into our group that we're supporting, and we're promoting the Live Fishing Tournament League tournaments.
Right.
We're telling everybody that if you've got a tournament, let Lisa know, and we will put it on our page and promote it. We'll tell people, we'll let people know so that they can get entered so that they can come fish your tournament. Yep. We've picked up one extra tournament right now that besides the Live Fishing Tournament League that goes along that we're promoting, but our next tournament
is the dragging tournament on June 14th from 9 to 3.
Sign me up.
Daytime dragging
Joshua?
In the summertime. Okay.
It's early in the summer. Yeah.
We complained about daytime dragging in the wintertime too, but it seemed to work. So
I wasn't complaining. I was just making sure I heard the time right.
I wasn't. This the comment you made.
Then we have the jug fishing tournament on August 23rd from 5 to 11. So that's
Hello, Lake Anna.
That sounds fun.
Hello, Lake Anna.
Just make sure
it'll be fun.
And there is a
make sure everybody. Sorry.
There's a 20 jug limit.
Okay. I was about to say, just make sure everybody, if you enter that one, make sure you look up your state regulations because there can be some strict ones depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Dustin, I know you shook your head at the 20 jug limit. We've got 40 right outside the door.
I got 0.
we got 40.
Can you shit? When is it again?
August 23rd.
All right, I'll pick up 20 of those from you when I get to see at the gathering.
Okay. Hey,
I've got
Matt has made Matt has made big fish jugs. That tournament is your top 5 fish. Weight is how you win. But Matt has taken a standard pool noodle, 4 feet long, and he's put a piece of PVC through it that's 8 feet long, and he's going to use that as his jugs fishing for big fish.
Whew. Heck yeah, I'd like to see that bobber stand up.
Hey, Matt, are you okay with me showing that picture?
Well, I'm gonna make 2 or 3 of those just to put them out here in a couple of holes to see if I can catch a big fish on it. And we'll run our jugs across in the coves across the river. But,
Matt's good with it.
Oop, I just minimized it. Hold on. Sorry. Where are we at? There we are. Sorry, I minimized the screen. So what's say after the Doc Demon tournament is the dragging tournament? What are the rules of that one?
You're the one stopping in front of you.
Your top 3 fish is how you win it. Let me go over here to my notes.
It is a 6-rod limit.
By weight, right?
Yeah, top 5 fish weight. I'm looking at those notes, man. I got more notes in here on this stuff than you'll ever believe. There's no limit to the number of people you can have on the boat, so invite friends. No, we got the wrong one here. Let's go to this one.
Yes, Guerrero. The 26th is the Doc Demon from 9 to 3 Eastern Time.
The Dragon Tournament is from 9 to 3. You can fish with up to 6 rods. It's best of 5 fish. Bring your buddies to sit on the boat with you. Show these people. Let these people see what we go so crazy over. Take them out there and let them catch a big fish or see a big fish being caught. But again, there ain't a whole lot of rules to our stuff.
So the Dragon tournament, you can cull fish, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Best 5 fish, and at the end of the day.
Awesome. What's going on, Joshua? Hope you and your sister are doing well. All right, so we've got the big dog of the bank that you've already done.
Yep.
We got the Doc Demon tournament coming up on the 26th.
Yep.
Yes.
We got the Dragon tournament.
Yep.
Yes.
And then you got the Jugs tournament, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And here's the
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, there's Matt's jug.
Now you realize that's standing up against the roof in his garage. When you really get to looking at it, that is and he's made more than one of those. He's going for big fish.
I love it.
The next tournament is my version of the Uno tournament, so it's not really like Brian B's. I have changed stuff up, and that is October 25th from 6 to midnight.
All right, so this one's. I knew we were going to talk about this one. Can you explain the rules of Uno, Lisa Swain style?
Your interpretation. Can you stack draw 4s? That is the question.
That's the thing. That's the big question.
Okay, it is still a 6-rod limit. That's standard in all the tournaments, no matter if it's this one or Live Fishing League. This one is most weight wins. Now, reverse. If you catch a fish, you draw a reverse. The person who caught the fish previous to you gets the weight. If it's the first fish of the tournament and you draw a reverse,
It's not in play yet.
You keep your own weight.
well, that's not what I had.
Oh, okay.
I had it just dies.
Okay.
Nobody gets it.
It's your tournament.
Draw 2. You lose 1 rod for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Draw 4. You lose 2 rods for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Skip, if you catch a fish, you spin the skip. The next person to catch a fish gets your weight. So, for instance, Randy gets a 20-pounder, draws a skip. Austin catches a 10-pounder. He gets the 20, but he still spins
For the 10.
for the 10 to see if he gets to keep it or where it goes.
Okay.
Wild card, you keep the weight and you double it.
Okay.
And then we'll have, and because they didn't have just like random numbers, I'll have random numbers on the wheel too. You land on a random number, you keep your weight. It doesn't go anywhere. You keep it.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
I like all of that except Randy catching a bigger fish than me. That's not going to happen. But other than that, that's okay. That's okay.
Austin.
I know it's
Listen.
hypothetical. I understand.
Yeah.
We can all have dreams here.
I am married to Randy, so I mean, of course, I'm going to put his fish bigger than yours.
What she meant to say, Austin, was Dustin would catch the bigger fish.
I am going to go out and fish one of the holes that Dom's been fishing. So I'm going to catch bigger fish than you do.
Sampy, yes, you can.
All right, Chris said, Lisa, can you explain that again? I wasn't listening.
Oh Lord, I've
Tough crap. You should have been listening the first time.
Scroll.
So I guess the next time we go over this, you're just going to have to clean your freaking ears out and listen.
He said, can you imagine not catching a fish until the end and it's the biggest fish and you draw a reverse or a skip? I will tell you, I did fish in the tournament. Sean and I, our very first tournament, the Goober Gauntlet, we fished in. And I really love that tournament. I wish I could get a hold of Dan to bring that back. But long story short, we ended up in third place. And the second place person didn't even catch a fish that tournament. Because the way the rules were at the last person that caught the fish, he got to give that weight to whoever he wanted. And he gave it to the person, somebody who hadn't caught a fish yet. It just happened to be bigger than the fish that we caught. So we ended up in third place.
Oh, that's a real good feeling.
Yeah. But
yes, Guerrero, I am a bit partial.
Just a wee bit.
I'm gonna have to appeal that. I'm gonna have to send that right up to the Supreme Court.
Speaking of appeals, that's a good segue. What happens with appeals?
They usually get denied. But
we have a special ref. All appeals are heard by him. You got 20 minutes from the end of the tournament.
20
and to notify somebody you're filing an appeal. If you don't get it filed in 20 minutes, it's over. Our judge.
I sent you the picture, Dustin.
Thank you. Hold on.
Okay. Our ref is very respected in the community. And so, there will be no issues.
Who is it?
Hold on, you're about to find out.
20 minutes.
I told him I was going to use that picture against him at some point. Because I screenshotted that in one of his lives.
All right, so the one person you've got 20 minutes to report to, Mr. John Parker.
The blind ref.
The blind ref. The one and only professional fisherman, Mr. John Parker.
Oh, my Lord.
And apparently he can play an oar, too, so.
I love John, but he can't even read chat.
We ain't going to have no disputes. We ain't going to have no problems.
No, it's...
See, that was in a live last year that he was doing. And I just went through and screenshot it. I was like, I'm using that. I don't know when, but I'm going to use it.
I was sitting here thinking that 20 minutes was a really short amount of time, but you could have made it 30 seconds. It ain't gonna matter with him being.
So you got 20 minutes to notify and to notify him or me, Daryl, or Lisa. And at that point in time, we'll take it to the ref and let him make the decision.
Chris wants to file an appeal about the referee.
So I'll tell you what, Chris, send your appeal to John Parker. He'll get back with you.
You have to.
On a side note, Randy, we have been asked to eat lunch with Laken.
Tomorrow?
He wants to eat lunch with us, and he wants pizza.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to leave a little. We're gonna have to haul butt tomorrow.
All right, so we got the big dog of the bank. You've already done. And we got the dock demon.
And then
we got the dragon tournament. Then we got the jug tournament. Then we got the
Uno
tournament, and then one more. This seems shady already.
The final one is one of Daryl's, and it is the King of the Tennessee, which is November 29th from 9 to 3.
Will you have to be on Tennessee?
Yes.
Well,
that's why he is the King of Tennessee. You have to be on the Tennessee River.
Yep.
Hey, I know some days you can be sick.
What?
I know some days you can be sick.
That's a few days, though. I don't know about that.
I'll drive.
Okay.
Chrissy Brown just messaged me and said, "Tell them to stop giving my screen buddy a hard time."
See you, Doug.
There's Whisker Warrior, Rebel River Cats, Doug Tellie. You gone. Thanks for coming in, Doug. Appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful evening.
Sorry I missed you earlier, buddy.
Something that we haven't mentioned is when you win one of the few tournaments, Miss Vanna White will
Mr. Vanna White.
Yeah, Miss, because he usually wears my wig. He wears my Halloween wig, so is Miss Vanna.
He's fine.
Darren said that repeal would have to go
okay.
Good luck.
If you should win the tournament, we don't keep up with points. We don't have any money. We're sponsoring this, so there ain't no money.
I like it.
You will win this awesome gold-plated plastic 8-inch trophy.
Woo!
It tells
Isn't that awesome? 8 inches.
Look,
8 inches. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Tournament, 10th, and it tells you that you're a winner. Look at that.
Yeah, I need that.
That's right, Chris. Lisa just made it weird.
I need that.
That'll go well with my plaques I got up here.
Yeah.
them awesome plaques that you have.
I know.
That'll go well with all the other plastic I have that tells me I'm a winner.
Yeah.
So you've got one of those for each tournament. One of these
is for each tournament.
Okay.
With the exception of King of the Tennessee, because that
is a sponsored tournament. There was somebody that wanted that tournament to continue, and they gave the money where it is sponsored.
Okay.
And the big dog with the bank, because that has the belt, right?
That had the belt.
That had the belt. And
Mark Shush.
None of our dates conflict with the Live Fishing Tournament League. We made sure of that. We've worked real hard not to conflict with any tournament that we knew of. We are doing something in our tournaments, in the first part of our tournaments, that we really need to do. We're allowing each team to introduce their sponsors or their affiliates. You know, we're affiliated with Jerry Hager, 419 Fishing Powder Coating, and we want, he's helping us out, so we want to help him out. And we're affiliated with River Cats Tackle, and we want to talk about them. I mean, I'm wearing their hat. They got fantastic Ancient Mariner reels.
Ancient Mariner.
All the way.
Woohoo!
But we're going to do that at the beginning of each tournament. If you're on this channel, at the beginning of the tournament, everybody will announce who they are on both channels, and then at the next hour, they flip over and you talk about it on the other channel, and then you go back to your regular channel after you've said who your sponsors were or affiliates. We got to give them a little bit of recognition too.
Right.
100%.
So we're going to do that.
I mean, Ford has done a lot for me. Pepsi too.
Hey, Austin, who is it? Ain't that who you work for, or Ford?
No.
I'd like to thank Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
My giant coffee cup.
I mean, I was talking to Jeff Bezos this weekend, and he was really excited about this stuff. So,
yeah. But one thing that Lisa missed, you can catch a fish and do a giveaway. I think this is in there.
Because I hadn't really talked to Daryl about that.
That's
why I haven't done it. That's why I left it alone, and I only done that with one tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Austin is Amish powered, true horsepower.
that's right.
Coming up next on that work of the tournaments that we're trying to get people to know about is the Fish-a-thon, which is Live Fishing Tournament League. They're coming up next. It's April 19th. So, and that is Easter. Ain't that Easter weekend?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, Easter weekend. If you want to know more about that, go to the Live Fishing Tournament League website or
Facebook page.
Facebook page.
It's on Great Saturday.
Yeah.
Great Saturday.
You got Good Friday.
Another tournament that we're pushing this year is the Wally World Whiplash Tournament. This is on May 10th. It's the biggest fish tournament. Just single fish, biggest one. Oh, and you got to use a special rod for it too.
So for all these, for all the Way Out There tournament series, for the Facebook page, for that and for the Facebook page for the Live Fishing Tournament League, they will be in the description after the show. I'll make sure they get put in there. So if you're watching this afterwards, go check the description, and it should be able to get to both of those Facebook pages. Each one of those pages will have the dates, times, and rules for each one of their tournaments. Michael Grumpy Vet, what's going on?
Hey, Michael.
So just remember, if you're watching this and you haven't joined the Way Out There Tournament Series Facebook page, Lisa will have to approve you to get in. Go check those two Facebook pages out, and that'll have all the information for everything we're talking about this evening.
Yep.
If you're already part of the group, you can also invite other people to the group.
Cool.
So
the Wally World Whiplash Tournament requires special rod. It can be this one or this one. They're $9 at Walmart. This is the Ozark Trail Wayfarer. It's 5'6" medium light. Comes with the reels on it, held on with the fantastic little zip tie. See that? It's got 8-pound test line on it. You have to use that line, and if you happen to get spooled or get real low on line, you got to put new line on it. You can use Zepco, and I ain't got it in here, but the Zepco line from Walmart, which is $2.98. We're showing that you can fish. You ain't got to have a $150, $200 setup to go fishing.
Man, I'm all about that.
And
Absolutely.
I mean, you're allowed. There is no rod limit, fortunately, for this Wally World tournament. Real good limber rod. It will break. They will break. You can't bend it too far.
I was honestly waiting for that to happen.
I know how far. I know how far I can bend it.
Nah.
But we all started out fishing with a $7, with a $10 rod, and this shows that you ain't gonna do it. When we get done with the tournament, we're going to donate the rods to kids.
As long as they're in good shape.
Yeah, the ones that are still in good shape. Roger Muskrat has a kids tournament, and we're going to donate some there. We're also going to take some to the gathering and pass them out to kids there. So.
Michael, I know you are banned from Facebook, but you just email me. We got that covered. And that rod is not for the
Whiplash
Dock
Wally
Demon
World.
tournament. That's the RCT Wally World tournament.
This rod is 5 foot 6 inches.
I have an idea.
It's taller than Chris.
Yeah.
So if somebody fishes the Wally World Whiplash tournament, and they would like to donate those rods to kids, how could they take those rods if they're going to CatCon? Could they take them to CatCon and give them to Murillo? Because Murillo does a really well. He donates a lot of that stuff to kids when he does the trade, whatever the
swap shop.
Yeah, the swap shop over there at CatCon. And he does a lot for kids back there. So
If somebody wants to do that, I don't see the hurt if they want to wait that long.
I'm just saying, instead of like having to pay to ship them or whatever,
Well, we were going to give them to. I think Chris and V told us to bring them to the gathering, and then they would give them to Roger.
Right.
So I mean, we wouldn't be paying shipping. We just.
Well, I'm just saying for whoever,
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
It's an idea.
Yeah, I
like it.
All I was saying was that's another avenue to giving the kids some rods.
It is, and if you want to be a part of that tournament, you need to get with John Cyclone, Lance McCouguy, Andrew Defoe, or even Jeremy if you can't get to Andrew. But that is their tournament. So get in touch with them if you want to fish it.
May 10th?
May 10th.
Okay.
That's the day before I leave for the gathering. Cool. Guess that's neither here nor there,
huh? Congratulations, buddy.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know what to say.
I don't either. I don't even know why I said it.
And Dustin's anniversary is pre-gathering. Mine and Randy's is after the gathering.
That's right.
Cool. So y'all gonna have a double ceremony of renewing vows at the gathering?
No.
No. Well, dang, I was gonna come if y'all were gonna do that,
Too
but
busy
shoot.
fishing.
No, you weren't.
Hey, we showed up at the gathering last year in our wedding gear,
I
and
am.
nobody cared.
I'm well.
You guys got there and left before I got there.
Yeah, they couldn't
Thought
even
it was-
wait till after the gathering to start the honeymoon.
Hey, everybody was hoping that they would get a fish on. Like Woody was like, I need a fish, and Catfish Regulators, and I can't remember who else was there with him besides Yak, but they're all like, we need to get a fish so at least I can reel it in her wedding dress.
Michael Grumpy Vet says, "Do I get a special prize if I win with Temu gear?"
Yeah, he did text me and say he's got a 4-foot Temu lightweight rod. So
I fish with some Temu gear all the time.
Yes, he does.
ain't no flea market at the gathering. Aston won't be there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But I just want I'm thank you guys for coming up tonight and talking about the Way Out There tournament series. I think it's a great idea. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to get to do some different tournaments than what we've seen the last couple of years. I know there's a couple, one that's the same, or a couple that are the same, but I think like the jug tournament. I know you guys have been looking forward to doing something like that. And I've never jug fished in my life, so I'm gonna have to get some lessons from somebody. Maybe somebody will teach me how to jug fish.
You know, we
this is
might
easy.
bring some to the gathering and just put you on the boat with us. And
Well, I thought we were
teach you
doing that
that way.
anyway.
Not we hadn't planned on having the jugs there.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
but we could to give you a lesson.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I get it now. So y'all are gonna do the double wedding vow renewal on the boat. Wow.
Hey, Austin,
We'll bring some jugs. So okay.
I'll send you a message in a minute.
Okay.
But thank you all for coming up and talking about this series. I think hopefully it encouraged some more people to get out to come out and join up with the fishing tournaments, just to have some fun, camaraderie, hang out together and fish, and take care of the fish. I've never personally fished a tournament where you have to go to a weigh-in because I'm not that good. So, but I do enjoy the tournaments where you get to catch them live on YouTube and then release them right there. So you don't have to drag them around the lake with you all day in a small container. But you were gonna say something, Austin?
I was just gonna say that you're definitely good enough to fish in-person tournaments. There's plenty of people that don't do worth a darn in in-person tournaments. You're just as likely to
Bobby like
catch
that.
fish. He's just as likely to catch fish as anybody else out there. He's hard on himself
All the time.
I am too, but
You are hard on me, I know.
no.
Crappy Day Darren said my anniversary is Wednesday. 37 years. Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very
Happy
good.
anniversary.
Congratulations. That's with his cat. That's an old cat.
But thank you all for coming up and go ahead, Austin.
I'm so sorry. Why is it called the Way Out There tournament series? What's
Because it's not your average tournaments.
Gotcha.
Your average tournaments are set, based on weight or based on this, and they don't contain jug fishing tournaments and
Right.
An Uno tournament. I think the Live Fishing Tournament League they're a little bit more serious a little bit this year, and we're just trying to have fun. We don't have a whole lot of rules. Put however many, if if you want to fish on the boat and you want 10 people on there with you, bring them on.
I say next year you should add a tournament. If your name's Daryl, you can fish it, but it's noodling. If your name's Daryl, the Daryl noodling tournament, and I'll host it.
I think I don't think you'd have any competitors there.
Daryl will do it.
Daryl said he ain't sticking his hand up no holes.
I was just talking,
Matt. It's not the norm per some people's standards.
And I figured that's where I just figured I'd give you an opportunity to say it again.
Oh,
that his next anniversary will be married 53 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Ernie and Chrissy's is May 16th.
There's no way
Hey.
that's that.
And my wife's May 15th.
Yeah. I guess she
That's
just wants
awesome.
to text me instead of being in the chat, but yeah. Now, whose anniversary is the 17th of May? We need to know so we can go.
Anybody? Anybody? You don't make it the 17th of May? I mean,
boom, boom, boom.
I don't know. Y'all got enough room on that boat?
Come
Add
on,
a
Austin.
third couple. Do
You
renewal.
and Mrs. Fever, renew your vows for the 17th
Whew.
of May.
Now then I'd just be confused. I'd definitely mess up then.
But then you have to start over with the kids too. So you got to keep what you have, but you got to start over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what the heck? What's
You might want to consult somebody about that first.
We didn't consult the last 4 children.
But
we consulted all right.
Oh boy.
I think that
but thank you, Lisa and Randy, for coming up. We really enjoyed having you up here, and thanks again for talking about the tournament. Like I said, hopefully it encouraged some people to go sign up for the tournament. And like I said, I'll be out there for as many of them as I can be, and we'll go from there. But anybody got anything else? Anybody in chat got any questions about the Way Out There tournament series? Or Austin, you got any more questions for Lisa and Randy?
He's thinking too hard.
Well, I remember at one time there were talks about having a community tournament series.
Yeah.
Where they were gonna split up some of the more serious tournaments versus the more, goofy fun tournaments, right? And I guess that didn't really come to fruition, right? So,
and that's the reason we started this.
Right. So maybe, I don't know if you want to do it this year, but maybe next year. I mean, I would like it this year, but you could get in contact with Brian B. maybe, and that finesse tournament would be a really good one to add to this series because it kind of fits in to the,
We've already got 2 finesse tournaments. We're fishing with 8-pound test line, and one of them on a light ultralight rod, and the other one we're fishing with a 3-foot dock demon.
I know, but 8-pound line is easy, Randy. The finesse tournament had 2-pound line.
That could be in next year.
That
was the trophies and dates and all. We could do that next year.
One of the tournaments that I've thought about having too is one that from what I understand used to be put on every year, and that is a husband and wife tournament.
Yes,
couple tournament. Yep.
Yep. That was Chad's baby.
Yeah. Me and Lisa, we have a husband and wife tournament every time we fish a tournament, just about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tournament that I wish didn't go away. Mrs. Fever is the current Big Fish champion of the couples tournament, by the way. And
I think Austin won the prize for the most excited husband.
I sure did. I sure did.
Never seen that man more excited in my life.
She
But,
got She got 3 PBs that day, and won a rod because of it.
Well,
To this day, I still haven't gotten a fish for her on that rod. That rod is still has juju, bad juju on it.
Bobcat just won. If you want to call Daryl a fish, because he's sore-lipped and in the bed.
many a fish were sore-lipped tonight, he says.
He put yak on the big fish.
I saw that.
Yeah, so
Yep. You know, he's too sick to work, but he's not too sick to go fishing.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line for that.
Well, he works for himself too. I mean, that makes it even worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. I got a bunch of fishing trips lined up for the gathering, and bumping with Bobcat's one of them. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That is an awesome trip. I got the privilege of doing that just recently, and man, it was unreal.
Yeah, we almost didn't get to go last year because it was really stormy. When we we talked about it at the gathering, because we were supposed to go that morning, I think, and it didn't work out because I think something came up with him. But then at the gathering, talking about it, I'm like, well, you want to go now? He's like, yeah, let's go. So we got the boat on the water, and we saw lightning in the distance. We just kind of waited it out, and as we were drifting and bumping down the river, the clouds went away, the sun came out. It was a beautiful night. I caught a fish. So that's right. Michael Guppy Vet said never too sick to fish, Randy.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, he put it on me that day. Me and him went, and I mean, he let me catch a 30-pounder, but he caught one. He got a 61-pounder that day.
Nice.
And and he caught twice as many as I did. But
yeah, it's not many people that can say they went out with Bobcat and caught more fish than he did.
Well, I can understand that.
I can say it though.
Bobcat, man, you gonna let him talk about you like that?
But no, it's 10:05, so we're gonna get out of here. But thank you again, Randy and Lisa, for coming up. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in chat. Who was Greg Burgess said 50. His next anniversary will be married 53 years. He said she's a good woman to put up with him for that long.
Okay.
Yeah, mine and my wife's on the 15th of May will be 20 years, and I say the same thing. I say the same exact thing. But again, thank you all so much for coming up. We really appreciate you. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Potentially, I might be. I know I said this last week, but there's a potential I might be going live Saturday morning out there trying to catch some fish. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully the wind stays away. But hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and we will see everybody next week.
Bye.
All right, thank y'all.
F.O.A. Customs and Gear.
TSW10, Fever 10. That's right. BurritoeCatFishingLady.com. Get yourself an Ancient Mariner reel. 92210. Appreciate it.
Jerry Hager, 419 Fishing and Powder Coating. Swain 10.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
Fever 10 at Pepsi.com.
Charge 10% more. All right. Thank y'all very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right.